How's everyone doing tonight? Figured I'd jump on here and do a live tonight. Ain't got much going on, so how's everyone doing? Hey Joshua, how are you doing tonight? Nah, not too much, just sitting here, so I figured I'd do a live. Was waiting to see if Trapper Joe was doing a live tonight, but he hadn't went live yet, so figured I'd go ahead and do one, just see how everybody's doing tonight. Was making lures today. This is the new jars, and I'm going to the new 1 ounce jars. These are actually like 1 1/4 ounce jars, so they're a little bigger. I'm doing pretty good. Ain't got a whole lot going on. All the snow we got's melting, so it's supposed to get pretty cold tonight. It's supposed to be like 19, 20 tonight, so I'm sure we're gonna have a lot of ice tomorrow. Yeah, I know he didn't get much sleep last night. He said he didn't really sleep at all. Said he was up about all night with his daughter, so they were fishing most of the day, I think, today, so. Rather have snow than ice. Yeah, we had lots of snow, but it's been melting the last 2 days, and now it's supposed to get super cold, so I know it's gonna just turn into ice. You what? It's right there. No, it's not a new one. It's a new jar that we've switched to. I've had this one, but I'm going to new jars. Used to have the glass jars. I was using these jars. Only got about like 10 of these left, and I got to make some more Trapper's Gold soon, so I'm going to save these for that. But going to these ones, they're a little bit bigger. They're, like I said, they're 1 1/4 ounce, and they're plastic, so don't have to worry about them breaking. And they're fatter, so easier to get stuff in and get stuff out. So this is the new 4 ounce jars I'm going to. So they're not much different. They're just plastic instead of glass. So I didn't get as many made today as I planned on, but the next few days I'll be making lures. Trapping season's over, so I can get caught up on a lot of things that I haven't been able to do or kind of been neglecting, I guess. So I ain't got a whole lot going on, so figured I'd just hop on here and do a live, see if anybody's up. Say it's about 11 o'clock here now, so. Hey, Robs, how you doing? Rob's Outdoors. It's going pretty good. I ain't got much going on, just figured I'd do a live video because I ain't got much going on. I'm just kind of sitting around, so making lures today. It's, been super, super cold outside, so I'm making what lures I can inside the house. So hopefully it warms up a couple of days next week and I can go out there and make some other ones like the, Predator 360 and Trapper's Gold and stuff. Stuff that don't smell as good. These beaver lures, they smell good, so yeah. Say, the last 2 days during the day, it's been getting up to like 35, 36, but it's supposed to be like 19 tonight, so all the snow we had's melting away. It's kind of turned into just pretty much just ice now. But all the roads and stuff are cleared, so ain't no problem there. Just kind of walking around outside. Hey Scab, how you doing tonight? Six to 8 inches today. We had all our snow. Was it Thursday, Wednesday night, Thursday, and then some Thursday night? I think we averaged about close to 9 inches, between 8 and 9 inches everywhere, and then we had some drifts that were about 16 inches. So relaxing. Think you got a head cold from all the crazy weather. Yeah, the weather's been crazy. Hey LTO, how you doing tonight? Your day was uneventful. Pretty much how mine was, This is about the only thing I was making this lure today. Just kind of had some more of a relaxing day. Haven't, had a day to just relax in a while because been trapping season and I've been busy, and since trapping season's been out, it seems like we always are gone doing something. So today was kind of just of a relaxing day. Herb, yeah. One thing I was looking at, a lot of the Predator packages and stuff that I see, and I've talked to, Jay about that a while back. If you go to like F&T or Minnesota, a lot of those packages just come with a bunch of random stuff. Like most of them come with like a DVD or a book or a hat or all kinds of stuff, A lot of like the F&T, a lot of those ones, if you buy a $300 kit, you're only getting like $180 worth of trapping stuff because they throw a hat in there, a knife, a book, and all kinds of other stuff that you don't really, need. English hunting season trap never end. Yeah, I understand why there's some times that you don't need a trap, but Yeah, I definitely wish it was longer than it is. Hey Brian, how you doing tonight? Intro still plugged in. You and your brother started a YouTube channel? It's awesome, Brian. Scab, you wish you was closer to LTO? Yeah. You know, there's a lot of things you could use to start with. There's a lot of things you could get, you know, but your traps, your anchors, bait lure, that's kind of your necessities, you know. I mean, you can do like the hammer or sifter, stuff like that, but you know, that stuff you can just kind of get on the side because I don't know. It's just some of those kits are just crazy. I think F&Ts are the craziest to me. You know, they'll have some big old knife with a sheath with a gut hook on it, and a hat, and a DVD, and a book, and it's all kinds of stuff you don't need. Hey Matt, how you doing tonight? I like pulled a muscle in my neck or something today. No, I didn't. What plate? Oh no. Thank you, Robs. So that's kind of what my goal was. I told Jay that I wanted to be under 200 bucks. I told him, I said, you know, you could do a dozen Duke number 2 dogless and then some of your necessities and be under 200 bucks. LTO, are you close to Scab? 6 to 8 inches of snow. It'll be a fun night. Yeah, we're supposed to get cold, so I imagine a lot of the snow that melted today is going to turn into ice. There's a lot of places I've seen out there that, you know, an inch to 2 inches of ice just because the snow melted and then just turned into ice. No. Alright, I appreciate it. And the Trevor does too. It's one of the things I told him, you know, I was kind of trying to see about how many we would have so I could tell him how many baits and lures we needed because I don't want to run him out of what he has. It's about a 2-hour drive. That's not too far. It's definitely not a drive I'd want to make every day, but, you know, do a weekend or a week-long line or something like that would be alright.
Go get your juices out of the bedroom. Go get your juices. No?
The channel is Ducks and Bucks Outdoors. The one with the coon trapping video. How long ago did you start it? Like, is that something you guys did today?
other one now. Thank you. Shut the lid. Hey, go get your orange. Go get your other cup. Hey, go get your other cup. Hey, baby. Hey, go get your other
So
one.
it seems like most everybody's been getting quite a bit of snow the last week. And then some of the people that normally get snow didn't get any snow. Family usually goes close to that area once, twice a year. That's sweet. December 24th, but your first upload was yesterday. Oh, well, I wish you guys luck. Hope it does well. It's definitely different doing the YouTube. Takes a little bit to get used to. Scab is Brian's channel. Right. So Brian, you said you guys still have a little bit left on your season, right? I'm really hoping they extend our season here next year. So they're supposed to vote on it in March. I don't know if they're going to extend it or not. We live in northern Wisconsin. We have very little snow this time of year. You might have 2 feet on the ground. Normally you'd have 4 to 4.5. Yeah, I was saying, Trapper Jay, where he's at, up in northern Missouri, they get quite a bit of snow up there, and we don't get a whole lot of snow, but we got hit with that huge snowstorm this last week, and he didn't get any snow. You have until February 28th. It's awesome. Yeah, say, if we could trap all of February, I'm not too sure if I wouldn't wait until the middle to end of December before I even started trying trapping coyotes. I'd probably just take the first month of trapping season and try to trap all the raccoons I could. Kind of get them out of the way for when I do want to run coyote sets, because I know November through December I might have only caught 2 or 3 coyotes. So, but I caught a bunch of raccoons in December. I think I caught like 27, 28 raccoons in December. Something like that. And I wasn't necessarily targeting them. I was just putting out DPs to catch whatever. Easier said than done, yeah, I know. I say that now, but come, November, I'm going to be anxious to put out some coyote sets, so I'm sure that's the first thing I'll do is put out coyote set. um, yeah, I'm hoping to run about twice as many traps next year, so hopefully I get to trap the same property I did this January, next January. And if they extend it, I can trap it February too. New theories always get the sets in the ground so they get used to this thing. Yeah, my problem is, this. I'm not sure what I'll do next year, but this year I was changing properties so much that, in November, uh, I trapped one property. In December, I trapped another property, and then January, I trapped a different property. So, I don't know, it's kind of hard. And see, the property I was trapping in December, that was the place that had all the cows, and I didn't catch any. One thing I caught over there was raccoons, one skunk, and one possum. But there's just so many cows that, all my coyote sets was getting stepped on by cows, and at least a quarter of my coyote sets every day I had to reset because of cows, and I just got tired of resetting them, and I pulled most of them. When do traps usually get back in stock after trapping season? It's crazy. A lot of the traps were out of stock before trapping season even started, so that's what's crazy. There was a lot of, I'd say back in August. August, there was a bunch of traps out of stock in August last year, and then come September, a bunch of traps were out of stock, and they're slowly starting to get them back in stock. Like the TS-85s, they were out of stock everywhere for, over 2 months, and they're just now starting to get back in stock different places. I think the Duke 550s are going to be back in stock this week. I think I heard something about Tuesday, Wednesday, they'll be getting those back in stock. Pre-stick where I'm at. I don't know. I've never seen anything that says you can't, but it's not something I ever really do.
Hey, honey, hold on.
A lot of it this year was a supply chain. A lot of it, honestly, from what I hear, was the docks. Like Z traps. They were out of traps probably the last 3 or 4 months of last year, and they had them ordered and they were on the cargo ship, but they couldn't get them unloaded at the docks, and they sat out in the ocean for like 6 weeks. So LTO, what traps are you looking for? What's up, bro?
She's tired. Yeah, you want to get daddy hugs? Come on. Are you going to eat? You want to go bed? You want to go bed?
That's what you mean by supply chain issues?
Okay, leave it.
Yeah,
Come here.
it's crazy. All the stuff that was out of stock. Like the self-locking Bridger setters, they were out of stock for months and months and months and months. So, first it was an issue with not being able to get metal, and then it was an issue with shipping, getting anything shipped here. So, and the prices of everything just keep going up, As everything gets back in stock, the prices are more than they were. The TS-85s, I think they went up like 20, 30 bucks for a dozen.
Give daddy a kiss.
Not bad.
Dada.
Yeah, Dada.
Baby.
Yeah, you're a baby.
Tell daddy good night.
Good night. You need to go to bed. Love you.
Tell him bye.
Bye. Oh, so sweet.
Tell everyone on YouTube bye.
Say bye. Oh, really? Really? Yeah, that's you.
Tell him bye.
Say bye.
Eat.
Bye bye.
Okay.
Good night.
Say good night.
What all comes in the Trapper J kit? A dozen Duke #2 Douglas, a dozen Wolfang anchors, a Wolfang driver, a gallon bag of wool, a 24 pack of latex pan covers, and one Trapper J All Predator bait, and one Trapper J All Predator lure. LTO 280s. You know I want to say the Bridger 280s. I think they've been out of stock since like June of last year. And they're still out of stock. The Bridger 110s, they're just gone. I don't know if the problem with that is just the metal, the shipping, or what it is.
You need to go potty.
But it's hard to say because even when you ask them, they try to tell you when they think they're going to be getting them, but it's usually never close to what they say. Alright, thank you guys, man. Yeah, she's sweet most of the time.
Kenzie.
Yeah. You want to find at least 2 other spots so you can rotate right there? Yeah, the place that I trapped all the cows, I don't really think that I'm going to do trap there anymore because it's not, I don't know. It wasn't really worth my time just because there's so many cows. So I don't know. Compared to other trapping kits, are you making money? It all depends, there's a little bit of money to be made in them, but not a whole lot. Not a fan of the Duke body grips. Yeah, I think Bridger right now, they're out of stock of the 280s. I think they're out of stock on the 220s and the 110s. I like the 110s, but that's it for Duke. Yeah, I don't have a place to do any water trapping, so I don't have any experience with body grips. And like we can't use 220s for anything on land here in Missouri, so I don't really have any experience with body grips at all. Yeah. See, beaver trapping, I see people take it a few different ways. You can see a lot of people set real heavy and try to catch all the beaver in a week or so, and then I see people that just put out a few sets and have fun with it. So I think it all depends on what you're wanting to accomplish. If you're just wanting to kind of have fun and learn the beaver trapping, or if you're wanting to just trap a whole bunch in a location. So I mean, you can run a few traps in a small pond or whatever and trap for quite a while in that one area. Or you can just pound it real hard and move to the next one. Found 8 different beaver houses. So you should have plenty of beaver there to keep you busy for a little while. I don't know I don't know a whole lot about beaver trapping. Never done it myself, but the only problem you have with Duke is the safety. One thing you like about the Bridger is the safety. Try to trap a couple. Well, if you found 8 beaver houses, you shouldn't have a problem trapping a couple. Or are you talking about a couple properties? And are you running mostly like body grips, or are you doing like caster mount sets with footholds, or? Yeah. 'Cause I don't really know anything about body grips. I don't have a lot of experience with them. Body grips for now. You get 1 or 2 footholds next year. So I do mostly coyote trapping. That's probably my main thing. I love to trap bobcats, but our population here isn't huge on bobcats. A lot of the people I know that are really good trappers in my area, they might get 3 or 4 bobcats in the year. Yeah, that's how everything is though. Once you make a couple mistakes or something trapping, you'll educate them pretty quick. Cast your mind with footholds is the easiest way for you to catch beaver. Yeah, Brian. Everybody, if you guys want to, Scab posted Brian's YouTube link up earlier. Go ahead and go subscribe to his channel. Him and his brother just started one. Show them a little support. Probably 20 different dams. Yeah. So you shouldn't have a problem catching a few then. Castor Mountain is the easiest way for you to catch beaver. I know a lot of people that, most people I know like to either run the body grips or they like to run the caster mounds with footholds and stuff. Not a whole lot of people that run both real hard. I think it's all about your area. Like I said I don't have any experience trapping beaver or water, but uh, I think it's all about what kind of area or sign you have, depending on whether you're running a caster mound or crossover or anything like that. As I said, everybody, a lot of the beaver trappers I know, they like to do it one way or the other. I definitely wouldn't. I would definitely try them both before you invest a lot of money into one or the other to make sure you like it. I know a lot of people that love trapping beavers with 330s, and then once they start doing caster mounds, they decided they like doing that a whole lot more. Say, Scab, you've caught quite a few otter this year, haven't you? You've got 10 so far. And it sucks that Wardens are kind of just letting it be. Man, you guys go ahead and subscribe to each other's channels, man. You gotta show each other support. So, Scab, do you guys have a limit on order up there? No limit on order with Bobcat. Yeah, our Bobcats and our orders we have to get tagged here, but it don't cost nothing to have them tagged. I think it's just a way for them to keep track of how many were taken. Rob's. Also, you don't like being on camera. Yeah, it's a little hard to do videos when you don't like being on camera. Hmm. There's a lot of people that don't like being on camera, though. I know that. Since you don't have them at the trap, the wardens are concerned. So, do you have? You didn't get a picture of them carrying the trap out? Yeah, Scab has a YouTube channel. So, Scab, on your beaver trapping, is that what you run mostly? Is the Castor Mountains? You should be able to click on people's names and go to their channel. I know sometimes it'll let you do that and sometimes it won't. Scab, did you kind of look around and see if maybe they just threw your trap? Or are you sure that they took it with them? You're on all water sets. Well, I hope my beaver lure can help you catch a few. You're on quarantine again? That sucks, man. You admitted to the ones that the other guy took it. So even with you having the video of when you confronted him that he basically admitted it, they still don't care about that either. And if he admitted that the other guy took the trap, then I mean that's basically saying I did it. So I don't see how they could say it's all circumstantial if he's admitted to doing it twice. Yeah, Herb, I appreciate it, man. Good. Scab's been posting a few videos here recently. I know I've watched. I think he posted two the other day. Tomorrow you're gonna skin the coon that you caught. Also, he's claiming that he don't know the other guy. That's just crazy. Should have a trapping unboxing and a short trapping video coming on Tuesday. Scab, you want to share Trapping Louisiana's link? Yeah, you have to be a moderator to be able to share the link on here. See, I'll have a, yeah. It seems like the Wardens just don't want to put any work into it. Um, Thank you, Scab. So Scab just posted Trapping Louisiana's YouTube link. Say, but I have that video I'd made of how to skin a fox that I haven't posted yet. I'll probably be doing that tomorrow. Post it tomorrow or something. Still late now. Okay.
I thought she was asleep because she hasn't moved. And just all of a sudden she jumped up out of bed. Now she's got a book. Looks like she's chewing on it. I'm gonna read her book and go and watch a movie.
Yeah. It's weird to have these lures in front of me, and I just keep smelling. Some of these smell really good. The coon syrups, they really smell good. I'm weird. You could use that as room fragrance. So it seems like everybody that's on here right now still has time to trap, except for me. I know there's a few states that end the same time we do, but a lot of them start up about a month before we do. It ain't that I don't want to trap beaver, I don't want to drive that far. Because the only place I know to trap beaver, even close to me, it's about 30 minutes one way, and I don't want to have to drive that far. And I mean, I'd love to trap beaver. I just wish there was a beaver here in my town somewhere that I could go trap. Not, 4 or 5 towns over. Yeah, the place that I have to trap is on a little Sugar Creek, but or Indian Creek. And it's actually kind of more like a river, but, it's one of those things I've never trapped there before. I don't know if anybody else does trap there, so. Let's try it one weekend, yeah. My daughter don't want to go to bed. Yeah, that's a lot of fuel for sure. I used a lot of fuel trapping the place I did. And it was only 15 minutes away. There's some big beaver trapping this year. That's awesome. Yeah, and the creek where I can trap beaver, there's not a whole lot of like public access to it. So I'd have to get permission from somebody to drive across their place to get to it, and then uh, if I did get permission to drive across their property to the creek, they might not be anywhere near where the beaver are really traveling or staying. So I don't know. It's one of those things. I have a couple friends that used to trap there a lot, and I'd probably have to go there with them one day, and they could show me around. My family drives 16 hours to go deer hunting. That's crazy. Yeah, Brian, like we can hunt coyotes all year. I can shoot them all year long, but I can only trap them during trapping season. So it's kind of crazy, but it is what it is. Muskrat. Yeah, see, I've never even heard of a muskrat being in my area. I do know we have a few otters. So bad. Just for Thanksgiving, so you go for the week, eat a big meal, and fill the freezer. Yeah, that's good. Yeah, I'm thinking about getting into the animal damage control so I can trap, coyotes and stuff like that. I have a, I have quite a few people that live in a town next to me that have a lot of problem with fox and stuff, and I've been asked a few times to go trap them for them, but so I don't know. I'm thinking about doing it this year. We got 4 deer. That's awesome. I'm gonna go get the snowmobile trails looking pretty. All right, Joshua. Thanks for coming on tonight and chatting with us. Yeah. The only thing about hunting is, you can go out and hunt coyotes for 3 hours. So that doesn't necessarily mean the coyotes are going to be around in the 3 hours that you're there. So I was doing really good trapping coyotes last week and half a season, and I wasn't ready to pull them, that's for sure. I'd like to have had at least another week or two. There's been no coyote trappers around your grandma's for at least 20 years. Yeah, trapping's definitely not what it used to be. Um,
She is not.
I say most people in the small towns back in the day, most people trapped. Might not have been a long line, but most people trapped just because they were worth trapping back then. Nowadays, everybody looks at it as a money standpoint and doesn't think it's worth it, so they don't want to mess with it. A lot of people don't have the passion for it, I guess you could say. They just want to know that they can go trap, a coyote for 50, $60, and that's not going to happen anymore. So people just don't want to mess with it. Should look around for some muskrats. You've seen muskrats on creeks as well. Yeah, in my area, I've never even heard of anybody trapping or killing a muskrat or anything. I haven't really even seen one. But see, where I live, there's a lot of creeks that come through my area. Where I live, we have one of the number one like canoeing spots in the world because we have like Big Sugar Creek, we have Elk River, Indian Creek. We have a whole bunch of different creeks that go through our area. We don't even have any muskrat traps. Maybe a lot of coyotes going by. Probably. Probably surprised the way it goes by. Out of bed again.
No.
Scab, so I would have been 7 the last time you trapped rats. Yeah, trapping Louisiana. There's a lot of states that don't really allow you to sell animals live. I think Scab was it you that was talking about that the other day? You had to have a special permit to transport live animals. I think Scab was saying that they had to have a special permit to take a live animal out of a trap and to transport it or do whatever. Not funny. Hey, I'll be 28 in a couple weeks. Yeah, North Carolina, you got to go online and fill it out. I thought about having I wish we could, but have a coyote pen, collect my own urine, have some coyotes and some fox. That'd be cool. It's in the waterways, so it's under the jurisdiction of wildlife. Yeah, see, I was gonna save my skulls this year, but I didn't have the space for them. I'm hoping next year I do. I saved a few for myself to boil out and keep, but you know, I caught 17 coyotes this year, and then I skinned probably close to a dozen for one of my friends. So I could have had 25 skulls, or I could have had about 30 coyote skulls. Even at a couple bucks a piece, that would have been $60. Nothing most of the time. You saved one of everything you trapped for your daughter. Alright, Brian, you're good. Thanks for stopping in. Chatting with us. Yeah, I'm not too sure how much longer I'll be on. It's almost midnight here, so. She's fine. Oh boy. That's kind of what I did. I saved one of everything I trapped this year. Well, I won't say one of everything. I didn't keep a possum skull or raccoon, but I kept a coyote, a fox, and my bobcat. Alright, Trap Louisiana. Have a good night, yeah. So I'm probably gonna hop off here pretty soon. It's pretty late and we gotta get up and go to church, so. Yeah, I kind of have plans next year that I'm going to boil all my skulls and sell them. The problem is, any buyer that I can find, I'd have to ship them, and you lose a lot of your money on shipping. So, there's a few buyers that you can find, like on Facebook and whatnot, that'll buy your skulls and they'll pay the shipping, but a lot of them are wanting to give, $1 or $2 for your skulls. Well, the $2 ain't worth the time it takes to cut them off and store them. eBay, yeah. eBay takes a lot of your money though when you sell stuff. But, uh, you guys have any questions for me tonight before I hop off? Yeah. So you can sell green skulls, but most of them are going to be like $1 to $2. Uh, if you clean them, you can get 10, $15 for them, but then you're putting a lot of work into it, and most of your buyers are going to have to ship to, so you're going to lose some money on the shipping. It's just, I don't know. It's definitely worth it if you're going to be catching, 30, 40 coyotes and 50, 60 raccoons, stuff like that. It's worth it. But if you're going to be catching, 3 coyotes, 1 beaver, that I don't think that would be worth going through the trouble. You might clean them just to save for yourself, but probably clean them just because you have time to, yeah. So I'm thinking about boiling all my skulls next year and selling them. That's up to you, Scab. You can do one if you want to. Let's say, Trapper J doesn't, but he's been doing them in his live videos. Yeah, you can do an unboxing if you want to. It's up to you, man. Say that's like the whatever you want to call them, the coon peckers. I save them just because they're, they don't take a lot of room to store, and they don't take very much time to cut off or anything. So I keep those. They're not worth a ton of money, but it's a little bit.
I'm sit down for fucking 2 seconds.
See how the line goes around that time?
She's getting for asking.
Yeah, see, I don't clean them. I just sell mine green. I just cut them off and freeze them. I think you can sell a lot of the peckers. There's some people that'll buy like coyote and stuff like that, but who buys them? There's a lot of people. I mean, you just get on Facebook and ask around. A lot of your fur buyers will buy them.
Look my phone.
Why?
Because I'm tired of walking back and forth.
Shut up. What is the use? A lot of people make like jewelry out of them. You can make toothpicks out of them. They say a lot of like your higher end people, I guess you call them fancier people, will use them as like stirrers in their drinks. Around you folks, you don't need to be knowing your age. See, all my furs and stuff, I ship them off. I mail them to somebody. Moonshiners use them for the whiskey stills. Yeah. They are your pecker market. That's fine. Alright, guys, I'm gonna go ahead and hop off here for the night. It's getting pretty late. I'm gonna head off to bed here before too much longer. So I appreciate you guys hopping on here tonight. Said wasn't a whole lot going on, just kind of talking, see how everybody's doing. Appreciate you guys hopping on here. Well, I'll continue to do live videos here and there. Not really ever any typical time or plan, just whenever I have time. But thank you guys. Hope you guys have a great rest of your weekend. And hope you guys have a great rest of your trapping season. See you guys.